Panzerschreck, lit. Tank fright, tank's fright or tank's bane, was the popular name for the Rake-10 Panzerbuchs, abbreviated to RPZB, an 88mm caliber reusable anti-tank rocket launcher developed by Nazi Germany in World War II. Another popular nickname was Offenrohr, stovepipe. The Panzerschreck was designed as a lightweight infantry anti-tank weapon and was an enlarged copy of the American bazooka. The weapon was shoulder-launched and fired a fin-stabilized rocket with a shaped charge warhead. It was made in smaller numbers than the Panzerfaust, which was a disposable recoilless gun firing an anti-tank warhead. History. The Panzerschreck was developed as a copy of captured American bazookas. It is unclear whether they were captured in 1942 on the Eastern Front, given that Soviet forces had received a shipment of bazookas, or were captured in Tunisia from American forces in February 1943, or both. The American bazookas also spurred the development of the Faust Patroni and successor Panzerfaust anti-tank grenade launchers that each also used a high-explosive anti-tank, heat, warhead. The Panzerschreck was larger and heavier than its American counterpart. The Panzerschreck had an 88mm caliber, compared to the 60mm caliber of the bazooka, which meant that it could penetrate thicker armor, but it also produced more smoke when firing. Caliber 88mm was selected as existing RPZB-GR 4312 for 8.8 cm. Rake-10 Wurfer 43 was reused for Panzerschreck. Warhead and fusing was carried over, but the rocket motor's housing needed lengthening from 490mm, 19 in, to 650mm, 26 in, to accommodate the longer rocket motor. Rake-10 Wurfer 43 had percussion firing, whereas for Panzerschreck an electrical priming was selected, forming standard grenade RPZB-GR 4322. Other munitions were developed, including drill dummy, practice live rocket with inert warhead and standard grenade with improved contact system. The first model was the RPZB-43, which was 164 cm, 5.38 feet, long and weighed about 9.25 kilograms, 20.4 pounds, when empty. Operators of the RPZB-43 had to wear a protective poncho and a gas mask without a filter to protect them from the heat of the backblast when the weapon was fired. In October 1943, it was succeeded by the RPZB-54, which was fitted with a blast shield to protect the operator and was heavier, weighing 11 kilograms, 24 pounds, empty. This was followed by the RPZB-54-1, which had an improved rocket, a shorter barrel, and a range increased to about 180 meters. Firing the RPZB generated a lot of smoke both in front and behind the weapon. Because of the weapon's tube and the smoke, the German troops nicknamed it the Offenrohr, stovepipe. This also meant that Panzerschreck teams were revealed once they fired, making them targets and, therefore, required them to shift positions after firing. This type of system also made it problematic to fire the weapon from inside closed spaces, such as bunkers or houses, filling the room with toxic smoke and revealing the firing location immediately. The Panzerschreck could penetrate 100 mm of armor using early war rockets, and 160 mm of armor with rockets developed later in the war, for which the blast shield of the RPZB-54 was necessary. Late war German tactical doctrine called for Panzerschreck and or Panzerfaust teams to set up in staggered trenches no further than 115 meters apart. In this way, attacking armor would face anti-tank fire from multiple directions at a distance of no more than 69 meters. Anti-tank teams were instructed to aim for the thinner side or rear armor whenever possible. Allied armored units frequently attempted to add improvised protection to their tanks, e.g., sandbags, spare track units, logs and so on to protect against heat rounds. Most of this makeshift protection had little protective effect, and overtaxed the vehicle's engine, transmission, and suspension systems. Another defense was to rig metal mesh and netting around the tank, resembling the German Skirsen auxiliary plates. The Panzerschreck's combat success caused the bazooka to be completely redesigned at the close of World War II. A larger, 90 mm, 3.5 in, model was adopted, hence, the M20 Super Bazooka. Though bearing a superficial resemblance to the Panzerschreck, the M20 had greater effective range and penetrating capability, and was nearly 20% lighter than its former counterpart. In 1944, Germany provided the Panzerschreck to Finland, which used it to great effect against Soviet armor. In one engagement the Finns destroyed 25 Soviet tanks. The Finnish name for the weapon was Panzerinkauhu, literal translation of the German name. An all-new Finnish weapon, the 55S-55, was developed after the war along the lines of Panzerschreck. The Italian Social Republic and Government of National Unity, Hungary, also used the Panzerschreck. Several Italian units became known as skilled anti-tank hunters, and the Hungarians used the Panzerschreck extensively during Operation Spring Awakening. Users: Nazi Germany, Finland, Kingdom of Hungary, Italian Social Republic, Second Polish Republic, Polish Resistance Movement, Kingdom of Romania, Soviet Union. Type anti-tank rocket launcher. Place of origin Nazi Germany. Service history. In service 1943–1945, Nazi Germany. Used by C users. Wars World War II. Production history. No built 289,151. Variants RPZB 43. RPZB 54. RPZB 54/1. Specifications. Weight 11 kilograms, 24 pounds, empty, RPZB 54. Length 164 centimeters, 65 in. Caliber 88 millimeters. Muzzle velocity 110 m/s, 360 feet/s, 246 miles per hour. Effective firing range 150 m, RPZB 54.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.